How's it going, YouTube? This is Zeke from Digimon Plays, and today we have a match between Blue Flare on the left and XossHearts on the right. I wanted to try this deck out before it got hit with that limit hammer. 2 cards getting limited in it currently. We'll see Blue Flare start off with the Blazing Memory Boost, able to grab 2 pieces and set his tamer, so that's the best case scenario if you have to start off with that play. I'll hatch Pikmons, Digivolve into Starmons, play my own Kiriha, and then play a Shoutmon out. Able to grab a Tamer and a XossHearts, but can only grab 1. So we opt for the Digimon. Back over to Blue Flare. He's going to hard play out the Metal, slotting the Greymon and Male Birdramon underneath. Pops the Blazing Min Boost, goes into Decker Greymon, swings in, and then just plays out another Metal Gray to pass turn. Gonna push out these Starmons here. Early cross 4 there. I think I should have swung in first to get that draw from the Starmons. I'm still learning the deck, even though I realize it's going to be going away very, very soon. Not to the full extent, but it won't be as powerful. So the draw 2 off of the cross 4, swing in, draw for Starmons. It lives the check, so we're able to tuck everything underneath Kiriha and unsuspend him, if he was suspended. Then we're just going to cross 4 again, this time for a cost of 1. Suspending the Kiriha to use the sources, drawing 2 more. Swinging in, drawing for the Starmons. End of attack, unsuspend, put everything underneath. Now we can play out the cross 5 for a play cost of 0, suspending him, putting all the sources underneath, and then swinging in. Was considering swinging over, but they would just clash, so instead we opt, and I believe this should have been 2 security checks. I think we correct that later on. There were quite a few mistakes of this game, but here was actually a big misplay on my part. I should not have played the Digimon out there. It actually allowed him to activate all of his abilities because he needs at least 2, so he's able to just stun my entire board. Swinging in, stunning more, hits out the Hikari. Swinging in, stunning some more. Everything is very well stunned. And that's the check we did earlier. Starmons. Like I said, we did correct it later on because I did have security attack +1. It was just a mistake on both our parts. No harm, no foul. It was a tournament, but we weren't really playing to win because it was the last week of XossHearts, so we were just having fun. But now I have a very, very stunned board, so we're just gonna Digivolve in the back. And not really able to do much from here, so it looks like he's just gonna be able to close the game out after that. So I have a big stack there, unable to swing in, and we're just going to play a Tamer, pass, and then pray that last security was the Crimson Blaze, but it wasn't. So moving on to game 2. I told him I will never have 2 things on the board now. Because that's the whole way to play around the blue flare deck, is if you just have one stat going, or just one Digimon in general, they have to go all the way up into their Decker Greymon in order to actually stun it, and then it has to have less sources at that point. Or actually, that's the one that stuns unconditionally. I can't remember. So many of them do all of this. This was a funny play. I played my entire hand out here, and was severely punished with a Rattlestar. So now I'm at 0 cards in hand. Luckily I draw into a Shopmon and a Taiki to reset things. Able to tuck one under and add one to hand. Play out the Shopmon. Able to add not the Kiriha because unfortunately he is not XossHearts, so I believe that was an illegal play on my part. I'm gonna have to actually check that card. And in the beauty of editing, I can come back and tell you that was indeed an illegal play right there. I should not have a Kiriha in my hand. Alright. We see Gaussmon come down. Blue flare played. He gets the Kiriha and 2 blue flares. Picks up the big boys. Play out the Shopmon, swing in. Hitting a Greymon. Playing out the Cross 4. Realizing that I don't have, I think I'm missing the Starmons, so it was 3. But I will get to draw off of this. Swing in. And it lives. So with that we can delete it, tuck all under, and unsuspend the Taiki. And here, okay, I wasn't sure if I did play it out, but I did. So I apologize, yes, this was an illegal play. But the tie was hit directly after that, so I don't think it's actually going to impact the game. But we'll see. He's able to grab 2 Digimon off that. I think that was 2 male Birdramons. A friend of mine's waving to the camera there. Pop the Blazing Mem Boost. We have a Metal Greymon coming in. Swing, hits Hikari. I do not have a Digimon to play off of that. Playing the Decadramon, only able to draw 1 card there, but I think he was pretty bricked. Shoutmon Digivolved in Raising. Fireball played to draw 2 cards, because the Decker was 4K, so it didn't delete anything. Then we're going to play the Cross 5. For it looks like a play cost of 4. Putting him to his 3 because of the Kiriha. So that's a funny thing about memory tamers is, yes, it gives you more memory, but it also gives the other player the agency to put you at 3 instead of trying to figure out ways to choke you like they normally would. So we opt to let the Decker Greymon swing through, no blocking. Swings in. We will block this one. He's just going to play another one. He's going to swing in, hitting the Taikari. He did not have, I believe it was the Greymon underneath to unsuspend, But I remember him saying there was something... He wasn't able to get the unsuspend off for this. Otherwise he would have had game right there. So he's going to play Madoki to pass turn. The Taikari is going to bump me up to 5. So we're going to swing in with Shoutmon, draw for Pigmons. It dies. Just go ahead and tuck it under the Hikari, why not? We're going to swing in, pierce over, give a security attack minus 2k with Taikari and 2k with Darulemon's Inheritable. And then cross 4 to close out the game. So yes, the illegal Kiriha play was annoying. I do apologize for that, but I don't think it impacted the game because he hit the tie directly after that. It would have been me using a different amount of memory, but that would be the only thing that would have changed. So, moving into game 3, we see a Madoki into a male Bergermon to pass. Digivolve into Sparrowmon in the back. Play out the Taiki to choke to 1. Always sucks seeing a Death X go to the bottom there. We're gonna tuck 1 Ballistamon and then add Shoutmon to hand. You will notice at one point in this game, I end up tucking something I don't want to because Taiki's effect is actually mandatory. So you do have to tuck something under even if you don't want to. It's not a you may. So we're gonna swing in with the Sparrowmon, hit into the Kiria. Kind of hoping it died because I definitely don't want to play out 2 Digimon here and give him the agency for his deck to come online again. So we're just going to Digivolve it into Ballistamon and then play the Kiriha correctly this time. Alright, Digivolves into the Jamming V in the back. He's going to strip out the sources, stun it. And then he's going to swing security, hitting another Sparrowmon. Then plays Gaussmon to put me to 3. I remember I was waiting for draws. I think this is actually where I just Crimson Blaze to get the Gaussmon out of there. Nope, not this turn yet, but we'll see Cross 4 played for a cost of 1. Draw my 2. Swing in. Draw for Starmons. I believe that was 8 into 8, so I can only save 2. Checking my hand to see what all is best to save here. So if it actually lives, you can get the end of attack save all, otherwise you can only save 2 materials with the cross 4. So 2 memory here is why I did it. I just played the Crimson Blaze because I would have set him to 3 anyway, and he doesn't get the effect off the Gaussmon. Swing in with the Jamming V. And the Metal Greymon gets a Fireball, kills off the Jamming V. I think I would have rather drawn cards there, but it happens. Pops the blue memory, Howling memory boost. We have 3 memory boosts in blue now. Alright. We see Metal Greymon with the Red Greymon underneath. Crimson Blaze's effect is finished now. I normally like to leave it on the field just to let them know that the effect is still there, because it lingers until the end of their turn. Digivolve Starmons in the back. Play out Hikari. Playing Darula. Giving the Decker Gray -3, and then Sunrise Buster, playing out the Taiki, and fully killing it off this time. And this was it where I drew I drew 2 cross 4s, so I had to tuck one under the Taiki and then take one to hand. You never really want to see 2 cross 4s off of a Taiki. Hits into the cross 5. Saves all the materials there. Swings in, hits another Hikari. I only run 3s and Jiro in the deck, but in the entire tournament I saw him a total of 2 times. It was very, very clunky games for me. I'm not honestly a fan of this deck. I'm kind of happy it's getting restricted, so I won't play it in the future. I'll go back to playing the bestest boy and just outspeed everything there is. But passing back over to me, we push up. He's checking my drop zone. We'll swing in with the Starmons. Hits into a Blazing Memory Boost. Play out cross 4. Pikmon, Starmons, Ballistamon, and Shoutmon. Draw 2 for that. Suspend both Hikaris. Draw 2 for those. Well, 1 each. Swing over the Greymon with Piercing. It's a Howling Memory Boost. We save everything under the Taiki that I had suspended. It becomes unsuspended. Then we play the cross 5, suspending Taiki here. We do have the Sparrowmon, so it is 100% free. And we will swing in, draw for the Starmons. And if I remember correctly, I did not have a way to close out this game here. I had the Shoutmon King version in my hand with another Shoutmon, so I would have been able to rush him in for 3, but unfortunately I only had 2 memory here. So we're going to Sunrise Buster, trying to figure out which one to kill off. We opt for the male Bergermon, so he only gets 1 source instead of 2. Actually, no, we're just gonna kill the big boy. So he's gonna get everything under Kiriha. Taiki's effect. And reboot. But he does have 2 there, so that'll close out game 3. So here's the XossHearts list I went with. Keep in mind that Cross 4 and Sunrise Buster will be restricted as of the 11th. But until next time, I will see you on the digital plane playing the Digimon card game.